Hi, this is a quick overview of the Vaio Pro 13. After returning the Vaio Pro 11, the store managed to convince us to upgrade to the 13 for basically the exact same price. So this is the 128 gig, 4 gigs of RAM version. So basically my wife has been using this computer for about a month now. Overall, as you all may know, it's very light. It's kind of pretty flexible. And I can't really show you here with one hand too much, but basically this laptop just bends at every point in his body. Overall, good things to say about it. Obviously, the screen is great. The lightweight factor is great. The keyboard is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's good enough. The touchpads, it's a little annoying. It looks big and nice, but it's a little awkward to use, and you really got to adjust the settings quite a bit to kind of get it to be usable. And at first, it has a very small radius inside of it, which you can double tap and basically just gotta play with the settings. Then it becomes passable, but at first it's not great. So other things to note, so far it hasn't really been very loud in terms of fan sound. So some people have been complaining that the fan is very loud, but it's really been fine actually. This computer just got upgraded to Windows 8.1 the other day. As you all know, it's very thin. It's kind of in the black background here. Other than that, the computer has kind of been crashing quite a bit. So actually, since the late 8.1 update, we're trying to see if it's going to crash again, but it's been having different blue screens, or Windows 8 blue screens, or what are they, gray screens. So yeah, I mean, other than the fact that it's been crashing, it's fairly good. Also, the Wi-Fi speed is fine, but the range is really kind of low, especially for a kind of a fairly expensive laptop like this. Other things to note, it doesn't have the Ethernet port, which is it's kind of a bummer, especially considering the last Vaio Z had that fancy Vaio Ethernet port that would kind of slide down, or even though the laptop was so thin, it would kind of open up to allow it to fit. So, I mean, overall, I would say I recommend this laptop for something lightweight and to bring to school and back. It feels a little underpowered. I mean, the new 4th gen dual core i5, it's decent, but I find when you open a large page with a whole bunch of pictures and you kind of scroll down it quickly, the laptop kind of lags a little bit. It doesn't go really smooth. Like even say on my Galaxy Note 2, when I open say an Engadget page in full view, when I scroll down full speed, the phone just blazes through. But the Vaio Pro seems to kind of go a little sluggishly, kind of like stutters a little bit as you scroll through. Battery life is around 4 or 5 hours, which is, I mean, it's good, but it would have been nice if they could make the battery a little bigger and make this thing have 10-hour battery life. I honestly would rather have it be a tiny bit heavier and a little bit fatter just to accommodate that. Basically, if anything I can say about this computer, it seems like it's a 100% compromise for weight. So everything about this computer has been made worse just to make it lighter. So the keyboard doesn't have quite as bit of a touch. I mean, the keys don't go down too far. Like I was saying, the touchpad doesn't have anything to do with the weight, but the Ethernet jack is definitely something that's not too great, and obviously upgradability and battery life, I feel like it could be better. But I mean, overall, I'd say this is a decent attempt. If they could fix the Wi-Fi, I mean, obviously they're not going to add an Ethernet port, but basically, as long as they could fix that Wi-Fi, and I think this could be a pretty decent contender. So this is just kind of a quick overview of using this computer for about a month or so, or more like watching it being used. All right, that's it.